But the main thing that has been, or the main technique that has been used by the Incas to build it was something that is called nowadays the mortis and tenon, the male-female.
That's the same way we put necks into guitars too. We drum the neck to the body.
Exactly. Exactly. So the main that was an important principle. And as you can tell, the walls doesn't go straight up; they actually go like this. They're leaning inward. An important thing probably has been used by the Incas to build it, because if you, how you are standing now, we are now like this. So this is the way for us to have a good balance. And what is the shape that we are making now? Is a triangle. Exactly. Is a trapezoid, which is a flat top triangle. So the trapezoid is what? It's a Greek word that means table. What is the concept that we have of a table? Something very steady. So that's why we still have the chance to see all of these amazing Incan buildings, Incan temples. And in Cusco, you don't need to come to one specific site to see amazing walls. If you just walk around in the whole city, we have walls from the Incan times everywhere, everywhere. So that's why Cusco, the Cusco. Cusco means navel. Cusco is a deformation. Cusco means navel. The center point, this was the capital. And the Cusco was the living town. I mean, it's called the living Incan town. It means that it has been continuously inhabited since the Incan times. But when we talk about the Incas, we should be very careful, because we can find a lot of stone pieces, like the one that I have to my left-hand side, that looks like a table. Looks like a table, looks like an altar, and people can tell me, can think, and they can tell us that it could have been used to have an altar. But I have to tell you that this rock, it was not even there originally. This rock was found somewhere else, and because the archaeologists didn't know which was the right location or the exact location, so they decided to put it in the middle of this open area. So now people are saying this was a rock that could have been used to practice some sort of sacrifices. I have to tell you, nothing like that has been done in that particular rock. So then we have two holes in there. So there's there's 3 holes in there. And then they were saying, so those were the holes that has been used to drain the blood of that person that has been sacrificed. But I have to tell you, that rock was not there originally. If you look at that rock, actually, it doesn't even have an original Incan design. If you look at that rock, it's very clear, very similar to one of the capitals that we have in this skull. And this kind of romantic style of these colors.
So an unfinished piece.
Exactly. But not necessarily from the Incan times. Maybe from those days where they were all trying to fix and to stop everything that was related to the Incan society, colonial times. So the rainbow, that was the temple of the rainbow. The rainbow was the link between 2 levels. These levels where the Inca, the Capac Inca, the living God used to live, the king used to live, and the world where we had the sun, the stars, the constellations, all of these, the divinities that Incas worshipped. So that was one of the links. But then we have, on my left-hand side, we have this room that Incas had it to worship the lightning. And the lightning was probably the ruler of the rain. The lightning was probably the ruler of hail and also snow. Hail, snow, and rain. And we all speculate, or we all think, that the reason that having 3 entrances here, or 3 doorways here, was basically to let these 3 deities come into this room. There is snow, the rainbow, and the hail.
Now, does that transfer to Machu Picchu too, the House of 3 Doors?
Could be. Could be. Because I have to tell you also that number 3, remember this, number 3 was something really important in those days, because that is something that represented the 3 levels of the Andean civilization. I'm talking about the heaven world, but not the concept of heaven that we have nowadays. So heaven, let's say, translated literally, the name of that world was Hanampacha. It means the world up there, not heaven, the world up there. Kaipacha, that's Quechua, the Incan language. The world here, here. Uhupacha, the world down there. The divinities, the living God, and also the dead people, or the mummies used to live not in the hell, just in a different stage, just in the underground. Exactly. And we have also these niches. And these niches were used to put, we call them blind windows there. And these niches were used to put either idols, utensils, or anything that was related to the duty of this particular room. They were not open. They were never open. It was always like that. And symmetry. Look at these. I'm sorry. Look at the symmetry. These constructions were so symmetrical. You can tell that there is now a single bump. And all of these windows that we have in these three different walls, they are exactly aligned. And the way for the Incas to get to this point was basically after using one, plumb box, plumb lines, levels, their bodies, the quarters, the elbows, the feet, to determine the area that they were going to cover with this kind of construction. So it was amazing civil engineering that has been practiced here. So that's why it's hard to keep saying that Incas had just one. Spoken language. No, they had to have something written. This is engineering, and this is mathematics.
You have to impart
Once again, exactly. And this is something that was not built in 1 year. This is something that it took generations and generations to have what we at least to have a chance to see nowadays. This is one of the things.
Okay.